Y'all, you don't have to sell luxury to make money. Most of my top brands that sold on Poshmark and eBay in 2023 are actually mall brands that are pretty easy to find. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how much money I made in May of 2023 selling women's fashion on Poshmark and eBay, and then share with you my top 20 gross revenue brands that sold for me that month, as well as some of the actual items that sold in those top performing brands. Let's dig right into it. Hey friends, if I am speaking too quickly for you, do feel free to slow me down. You can click up here on your YouTube screen, scroll all the way down to playback speed, and put me on the speed that is most comfortable for you. Now let's get back to it. This is the Sarah Style Sales and Trends dashboard. If you guys are new to the channel, this is just a Google sheet. You can import your data if you want to see charts like this, one of the other charts I'm going to show you, and then many others. There's more information down below, as well as a coupon code if this is something that you're interested in. So we're looking at May 1st, 2023. Just a real quick overview. I sold $8,279 on Poshmark and eBay. That's 277 items were sold. That's 91% to my goal. On average, they sold for $29.89. Average, they cost me $5.01 to purchase, and I'm making a profit of $24.88. Now keep in mind, that is just my profit when I take out a cost of goods. If you want to learn my total net at the bottom line, check out my how much money I made, where I show you my profit and loss statement in months, so you can see what it really looks like to run a reselling business. Let's get into my top performing brands. So the chart that we're looking at is my brand performance for May 1st, for May. It's all of May, not just May 1st. It just shows that way. For May of 2023. What we're looking at is my sell-through rate versus my average sale price. So sell-through rate is how much you are selling out of how many items that you have for sale. It's a much better metrics to look at instead of just your quantity, because if you have, and I'll show you here in the chart down here, let's say, hey, oh my God, Nike, I'm selling so much Nike, right? Well, I'm selling a lot of it simply because I have a lot of it. It's only selling at a 7% sell-through rate, which is actually selling worse than my average sell-through rate. So if you were just looking at how much you're selling, your quantity, you're missing a big picture that you're only selling 7% of it, which means 93% of what I have is not selling. And if you have hundreds of this brand, 97% is yes, 93%, quick math in my head, 93% is not selling. That's a lot of inventory that you've spent money on that is not actually selling. So sell-through rate, it is how much you have sold out of how many items that you have for sale. It's a percentage. 100% means you've sold everything. 0% means that you've sold nothing. 50% would mean like you've sold half of that brand, or whatever you're looking at. Average sale prices, this brand is selling on average for this amount of money. The higher the average sale price, the more money on average you're making from that, right? So the brands that have made it to my top 20, so these brands made me the most money in May of 2023. Now I do want to just point something out, and this is a complete typo, so bear with me. You can see on here like I have J. Crew twice, and that's completely because it's a mistake as I'm entering a data entry. There's a space in that one and not in that one, but it definitely makes it on my brand list. In no particular order, and then I'll go through and share with you my average sale price and my sell-through rate, so you guys can really see how they're performing. Because some things, like you can see this brand out here sells, for a really high price, but my sell-through rate's not quite there, right? So Free People, Nike, J. Crew, I can't say it, friends. I'm not going to say it. This brand right here, Frame, Michael Kors, Tory Burch, Lululemon, Adidas, Lucky Brand, Levi's, Madewell, Giorgio Armani, Athleta, Lily Pulitzer, Lucky Brand, Zara, Coach, and Betsy Johnson. Are you noticing that many of these brands are coming simple mall brands? Pretty easy to find when you're out thrifting, when people are giving you their old stuff for free, when you're at garage sales. You don't have to sell luxury to be able to make money reselling, friends. Over $8,000 selling. I'm working like 5 hours a week too, friends, and making $8,000. So I'm going to go through and just share with you what these brands look like on a sell-through rate versus average sale price, so you can get an idea. Anything that has a high average sale price and a high sell-through rate is going to be a below, because you're making a lot of money and it's in high demand. People are wanting it. On average, though, you can tell on my chart, unless you have some kind of amazing inventory, on average, you're either going to have a high sell-through rate and a lower average sale price, right? High volume type of selling, which you're going to see a lot of the mall brands are going to be, or you're going to have a high average sale price, but maybe it takes a little bit longer to sell, or it doesn't sell in as high of a sell-through rate because people don't have $500 to shell out like they have $20 for a pair of Lucky jeans, right? So Lilly Pulitzer, my sell-through rate for that is $75, and on average, the average sale price is $32.67. And then we come down here to Giorgio Armani. 50% of this brand has sold for me for on average $103. And then this is the Salvatore Ferragamo. Did I say it right? I'm terrible. It sold, 14% of them are selling, average sale price $149. I'm not sharing that one today, but in one of my other videos, I do share my top selling items. So if you want to see that and some of the other top sellers, it'll be in that as well. Average sale price, this cannot be right. Average sale price for Lucky is $90. That has to be an error. Sorry, I should have checked this before I did the video. Lucky brand is not selling. Well, no, Lucky brand is not selling for $90. I'll have to check that out. But 25% sell-through rate. It definitely does sell. Tory Burch, 42% sell-through rate, $46 average sale price. That checks out. Frame, mostly just jeans here, 44% sell-through rate, 36% average sale price. J. Crew, 45.45%, average sale price of $32. Lululemon, 33% sell-through rate, average sale price of $32, right? So average sale price is not huge, but 33% is, what is that, like 8 times of what my sell-through rate is for the month. Yeah, right? Not 8 times, but it's a lot. It's 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. That's huge. So even though it's not selling at a super high rate, if I'm selling a lot of it, it adds up. And if you can increase your processes and find this stuff pretty easily, then it all adds up and you can still make money doing it. Now, I am going to show you the actual items that sold from quite a few of these brands so you guys can get an idea of what to keep an eye out for. Adidas, 30% sell-through rate, $40 average sale price. Betsy Johnson, $70 average sale price, sell-through rate 20%. This, honestly, I don't show any of these, but I will tell you most of this is like Y2K90 stuff that's going to sell, or like some of her special edition stuff. There's the Lucky brand. So this one, there's a typo here. This one, I sold a purse that sold really high, and I think that's what this one is. Lucky brand, average sale price $23.53, sell-through rate 26%. That sounds more like normal. Now, $23, is it worth it to sell things for $23? I don't know if 26% of them are selling. Yeah, you're making $8,000, Sarah. You just have to be smart in the business decisions that you're making here. Sell through 20% for Coach, and that's an average sale price of $35. This has significantly gone down. Zara is 16% sell through, average sale price $27. These are going to get harder to look at. Zara, Michael Kors, 8% sell through, $47 average sale price. Athleta, 12%, $24 average sale price. So this is getting lower, but my sell through rate is still pretty good. Madewell, 8%. $27 average sale price. Nike is 7%, $23 average sale price, and then there's Free People in here. There's Free People, 10% sell-through rate, average sale price $29. I will absolutely say, if you guys are resellers, you probably know this as well. A lot of these have gone down in value as well as sell-through. It's kind of hard times right now for sure, but they're still selling and you can still make money off of them. So let me show you exactly what's sold in the past month from these brands so you can get an idea of what you should be looking at and some tips and tricks to sell mall brands and make money. Madewell, the perfect vintage crop high-rise jeans, 26 comfort stretch. So Madewell, high-rise for sure. You want to stick, if you're going to do mall brands, you want to stick with things that, women's fashion, you want to stick with like trendy, so the past 2 or 3 years, or 90s, Y2K, 2010s are starting to come in. May not make it mainstream for a couple years though. Certain things may make it mainstream. If you're wondering what that style is, go to the mall, go to Target, look and see what they have out. High rise is definitely going to be there. For a while, they said the low rise is coming in. I'm not noticing that as much as the high rise still selling, but let me know if you guys are noticing something different. For Madewell, for J. Crew, for a lot of these brands on the tag, let me see if it's on this one. Yeah, so on the tag, can you guys see this? You can see on most of the tags, especially on mall brands, they'll put the season that it is. So if you're not trendy or you don't know what's cool, just look at the tag and it's going to tell you this says summer of 2020. So this is only going to be, you know, 2-3 years old, depending on when it was listed or when I purchased it. So then I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is cool or not, but I know that it's only 2 years old. It's a decent shot. I got it at the bins for $2. I'm going to try it out. Madewell turtleneck sweater. I don't think anything special about this. It's probably recent, within the past year or two. That's typically what I'm buying from Madewell. Again, look, high-rise skinny jeans. Friends, I'm going to say skinny jeans are on their way out. I was extremely surprised when I got a $42 sale on these. The high-rise skinny jeans were real big like 2-3 years ago. They're not selling at $42 now. So this was like a one-off. But I wanted to show it to you. Madewell curvy relaxed shorts. Shorts are going to sell in general lower, but the reason that these are selling and why I purchased them, size 30 high rise. The average size woman, I think, is like a 12 or 14, size 10, 12, 14, something around there. Those sizes, you just have more population purchasing them, so they tend to sell a little bit better. Madewell a dress, $29. Again, I would venture to say that this doesn't look like anything special. The reason that it was probably purchased and listed is because it was within the past couple months. Lululemon, friends. So Lululemon is definitely not what it used to be. Let me know if you agree. It's definitely not what it used to be, but it does definitely sell. What did I say? It was like a 26% sell-through rate. That's still pretty legit, friends. Yes, it's not selling at, where was Lululemon? 33% sell-through rate. Okay, so it's not selling at $60 like it used to, but 33% sell-through rate. And honestly, because it's not as cool and trendy as it used to be, I'm seeing a lot more of it at the thrift store because people aren't buying it to resell as much, or people pass over it at the bins. I'm finding it easier to find. Lululemon, this was actually given to me by a friend. Thank you. She used to work at Lululemon, so it's always amazing when she's like, do you want, you know, my clothes I was going to give away? And I'm like, yes, I would love your clothes. There's always some good Lululemon in there. Cropped, this is, you know, a newer style. I'm actually a little surprised it didn't go for more. Lululemon, friends, size 18. Again, those bigger, these sold in under a week. I think I put this in here because it's a don't do what I do, but it's still going to sell. So don't do what I do. If you have Lululemon, look up what style it is, because people are going to be searching for the Wonder Unders, or they're going to be searching for whatever style that they want. They know it. They know what the style is, or they know how to look it up. So when you're listing, spend the time looking it up. There's an awesome Facebook group page, Lululemon. I don't remember what it is. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments down below. But there's a good Facebook page that will help you. You can also do Google Lens, where you take a picture of it and put Lululemon, and it'll often come up. But definitely include this style. I did not. And by I mean my listers. I have a new lister, and so they probably just didn't know. And sometimes in the, depending on what year it is, the style or the number, the size number, sorry friends, I've been talking for a minute. Getting tired. The size number on the whatever you have, sometimes it'll have like numbers around it, numbers and letters around it. Those are our style numbers as well. J. Crew. I'm not gonna lie, J. Crew is one of my favorite brands to sell. Personally, I just like their style. I think it's kind of classic. I don't, maybe when I was working corporate America, I would have worn it. I don't wear it now, but I just think it looks very classic, and it's very high quality for being a mall brand, I think. And they also show the brand or the season on it, so it's easy to know, hey, is this 2 years old? They also have, so this is just a purse sold for $44, leather. They also, this is a size 12. It's sold, they also have a lot of quality. I'm going to show you in a minute, but like silk, linen, wool, even if it's a couple years old, but it's still the style that people are looking for, I will purchase it, because they do tend to have some really high quality fabrics as well. This sold pretty quickly. It's a size 12, and I'm pretty sure it's only a year or two old. J. Crew sandals. I've had these for a little bit of time, but as soon as summer hit, they sold. They were super good shape as well too. J. Crew. So here's the thing. Women's wool blend. They don't look like anything, but make sure that you put the style number in here because people are going to say, hey, I love the Marty J. Crew, right? You have your women or your women career women is what they call it or whatever, business women, that have the style of pant that they like. They come on, they type it, they type the size, and they know exactly what they want. Lucky Brand. I also like selling Lucky Brand. Most Lucky Brand also has the year or the season that it was on, so it's super easy to tell if it's within season or not if you're not really up on fashion. This one sold for $7. So this is the one I think that helped increase, and then I think there was another one, I don't know if I'm showing it here, that you know how I had the discrepancy. One was like, oh, $90 average sale price for Lucky. You're going to see in a minute it's not. It's more like the $23 one that I showed you. I think there was just a typo. But $75 Abbey Road. I think this was a highly sought after bag because the comps were priced so high. Most Lucky does not sell for that. So Lucky Brand, this is new with tag and it sold for $20. So friends, it's not selling super high, but if you're selling 33% of it in a month, you can make money off of this. Men's straight legs. When I find men's, I like selling it. The Paisley peasant top tends to sell pretty well. Tunics as well. What's interesting about this is if you notice, a lot of this is like fall, like spring, like it's winter kind of stuff, and it was selling in May going into summer. And then women's cigarette skinny jeans. So friends, you can make money selling non-luxury mall brands.